Hello and welcome to another Chelsea chat. I've been putting this off and putting this off because I've hardly got anything positive to say. Yesterday it was Chelsea 1, Brighton 2 down at the bridge, and to be honest, first of all I'll take my hat off to Brighton. They absolutely played us off the park. They were everything that we weren't. They're a team who have got a plan, who work hard for each other, move the ball quickly, cover for each other. Everything that we don't do, they do. With allegedly lesser players. Our lot, we look like what we are. We are not a team. We haven't got a game plan. We look like players that have been thrown in together. And let's face it, it was only 3-4 months ago that most of them were thrown in together. And we look like it. There's players there that don't look like they want to be there. There's players there that just don't put a shift in. There's players there that lack concentration. I just don't know. I don't know what to say. We just got played off the park. Mudrik's about the only one that escapes my criticism. Yeah, fair enough. He made a couple of bad choices, but it was his speed that made the goal for Gallagher to get the deflected shot for our goal. He had a good shot from about 35 yards and another one that went over. At least he was prepared to shoot, and the boys got pace to burn. So yeah, he looked our one bright spark yesterday, to me anyway. Let me know your thoughts. That Matoma, who plays on the left wing for Brighton, he's a proper handful, but I don't know why he wasn't stuck in the stand. The first time he'd gone by me like that. If you're going to get booked, take the ball and take him. We don't seem to have anyone that wants to even put the foot in. Well, Gallagher aside, Gallagher didn't have a bad game yesterday, really. Lots of effort. Headless chicken at times, but at least he was trying. But apart from him, Enzo will get stuck into a tackle. So Brighton hit the crossbar early on, which was a warning. The second goal, by the way, was a weldy, wasn't it? An absolute weldy. Although, looking back at it, what was Felix doing? Felix just gave up. Alright, Chalobah was there, but Felix should be on that guy. Was it Cisco or whatever his name was? Yeah, it was a weldy, but it should have been stopped beforehand. And this is the same story every game. People not doing their jobs. Fofana, good block. Chalobah he produced a really, really good tackle. Other than that, he just got ripped a new one by Matoma. I mean, what was he doing playing? What was he doing playing right back? In a back four. I'll go through the team anyway. It was Kepa. We played a flat back four, which was Chalobah at right back. We had Fofana and Badiashile in the middle. Chilwell left back. In front of them, Enzo Fernandez, Gallagher and Zakaria, who was awful yesterday. Worst I've seen him play in a blue shirt. But he hardly ever plays, does he? So what the point of that was, I just don't know. Especially if he's going at the end of the season, I just don't understand this. You know, you've got Madueke, who's supposedly fit. We've got David Datro Fofana, who's run his socks off the 2 half games he's been given, and now he's in the development squad. He looks a real piece of work, and yet we're not playing him. He's not even on the bench. We got bloody Aubameyang there, who. He's been on a beach since he signed his contract. Signed the last contract at Arsenal. Yeah, we had a bit of a flourish at Barcelona, but he didn't actually pull up any trees. Sorry, I'm digressing, didn't I? Yeah, midfield we had Enzo, Zakaria, and Gallagher. In front of them we had Pulisic and Mudryk. Pulisic, well, I don't know what to say. Captain America. I'm glad he's not the Captain America, because I'll tell you what, The aliens, whoever's attacking us, they'll be walking straight in here. Useless. And up front, Sterling allegedly. Well, I'll tell you what about Sterling. Everyone's moaning. Well, a lot of people are moaning about Mason Mount wanting the same wage as Reece James. 250 grand a week. Do you know what? Sterling's on 350 grand a week. If I was James, I'd be knocking on the door saying, how comes I'm on 100 grand a week less than that? Absolutely a waste of time, Sterling being out there yesterday. Absolute waste of time. That Lewis Dunk had him in his pocket. I like that Dunk, you know. He's got a right good attitude. I'll talk about that in another video. Referee didn't help. Not that it's anything to do with the result, but booked Chalobah when he didn't touch the bloke. That was it. Sasado in midfield for Brighton. Oh, he proper got on my nerves yesterday. If the wind's blowing the wrong direction, he goes over. I hope we don't buy him. I really hope we don't buy him. I know they're all up to it, but Jesus, I took notes, but do you know what? Can't be bothered. I'm like a Chelsea player today. I just can't be bothered. I'll go through the team and I'll score them, and that's it for today, folks. I'm sorry. That was awful yesterday. The team selection was awful. Brought Ziyech on. Ziyech. Right. Kepa pulled off a absolutely worldy save. Didn't stand a chance with a second one. First one, I don't know how Welbeck got between them two, got between Chalobah and Fofana and got his head on that. I will never know in a million years. And you can't expect Kepa to come for those balls because he don't. Kepa, he gets a 6 yesterday because his distribution was awful, but his that one worldy save that he made, it was a header. The young lad up front for him, and it was a terrific save. Chalobah got ripped a new one. He gets a 5. I will say this about Trevor Chalobah, he put a shift in. One of the few to put a shift in, but chasing that little wing around, Matoma, whatever his name is, he did put a shift in. Fofana yesterday, not his greatest game in blue. He gets a 5. Badiashile gave the ball away early on. Another one, if you don't play them regular, you can't expect them just to come into the side and be as good as they were when they had a run of 5 or 6 games. I know he's not eligible for the Champions League, but play him in the league. Yesterday, he wasn't great. He's getting a 5 as well. Chilwell is going to get a 6. Yeah, he did try getting forward. Did put a couple of decent balls in. Had his hand full with a guy down his side. Can't remember his name. He gets a 6. Right, Enzo gets a 6. Yeah, put a shift in. One of the few that put a shift in. Obviously, gave the ball away a few times, but he was under so much pressure. People don't run. You know, he gets the ball, he's looking up, and people aren't making the runs. People aren't coming short for him. People aren't running long for him. We've not got any options. He gets the ball, and there they all are. There's Sterling, Pulisic. Gallagher gets a 7 yesterday. The lad put a proper shift in and he scored a goal. Yeah, he is like a headless chicken at times, but you know what? If the rest of them put as much effort in as him, we'd at least get a draw out of some of these games. Although Brighton were very, very good, we were very, very bad. We needed more Gallaghers out there yesterday from an effort point of view. Zakaria gets a 3. Absolutely awful. Might as well not been out there. Absolutely awful. Pulisic gets a 3. Absolutely shocking. Weak. One run of note that I thought was good. Poor decision making. Just weak. It's like watching a lightweight boxer or a flyweight boxer fighting Tyson Fury when he goes up against a Premier League defender. Absolutely shocking. Mudryk is my Chelsea man of the match. He gets 7.5. Again, the lad's not great defensively, but going forward, he's a danger for anyone. I'd just keep him in the side. Keep him in the side. He's going to have bad games. Wingers do. I remember Arjen Robben as a young man. You know, he was older than Mudryk, but I remember him as a young man. He'd have off games, but when he was on, he was on. Yeah, so he's my man of the match. Sterling gets a 1. Sterling gets a 1. Do you know, I had to look at the team this morning to refresh my memory. I know I had a couple of bottles of wine, but I had to refresh my memory because I don't remember Sterling. He was probably touched it 2-3 times. No shots at goal. Just abject rubbish. And I'm sorry, but there's no excuse for it. £350,000 a week, and I know it's not his fault what he gets paid. And if I could go and get 350 grand a week for doing sod all, I would. And I wouldn't care who was commentating on it or who was talking about it. But when you're watching it, he's so far away from the Manchester City Sterling, it's frightening. It's frightening. I wanted to sign him. I'll hold my hands up. Biggest mistake I'll ever make is wanting to sign Raheem Sterling. You can't say he's in, like some of the other lads, you can't say he's in a new league. He doesn't understand the physicality, doesn't understand the language or whatever. He should have settled in easiest. Now, I know he's not a traditional number 9. Why that David Fofana isn't getting a sniff? Yes, he's very, very raw. But now, with nothing to lose, would be the best time to play him, surely. Was it 8 league games left? Now's the time to play him. Yeah, go on, David, you've got 7 games. Prove to me that you're up for being our first team centre forward next year. And yes, he'll have iffy games. Yes, there'll be mislaid passes. Yes, there'll be misses. But you know what? That lad gives 100% when he plays. And let's see if he can finish. He's a big geezer. He's a big physical geezer. Let's give him the chance. What we got to lose? What's the point of leaving him out, put him in the development squad, and we're playing people like Ziyech and Pulisic? What's the point of leaving Madueke out? I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. These young lads, put them in. Because they can't do any worse than them muppets that put that shirt on yesterday. If I was Mason Mount, I'd be leaving just for the fact that I wasn't in that starting lineup. Because I know Mason's had a bad season, and I know he's got his critics. I don't know. I've never known a homegrown lad get so much stick, even when he's winning Player of the Year. He's better than some of them. He's better. I'd put him up front instead of Sterling after the first 10 minutes. Sorry, folks. That's it all from me. Frank gets a 1. Team selection, in-game management. I mean, what them subs were, I don't know. I'm not even going to go through them. Anyone who thinks that Felix is worth 90 million, I respect your opinion, and you've got a right to an opinion. We all have. And mine, I'm not right and you're wrong, but I tell you what, in my head, you are stark raving mad. That's me done. Please subscribe to the channel and throw the video a like, and give me your feedback, because that's why I do these. And I'm sorry about today. I get fed up with seeing the same inept lack of anything, basics, effort. Bye for now, folks. Up to Chelsea.